Good day. I want to share with you briefly about the importance and a simple method for strategic planning. It's essential that we plan for the future, especially when it comes to the things of God. Someone said, if we fail to plan, then we actually plan to fail. And that's been my experience. I've seen businesses open up left and right all over the place for a month, 2 months, 3 months, then they close down. Why? Probably because they hadn't done any strategic planning. It's also important for us to realize that we plan because God plans. That God had a plan before He created everything. He had a plan that He has been working from the book of Genesis all the way through the book of Revelation into the future. And so God had a plan from the beginning, and He chose Adam and Eve, and He chose Seth, and He chose Noah, and He chose Shem, and He chose Abraham, and God continually worked His plan to bring the kingdom of God to earth and to bring His Son to the earth to redeem mankind, and He's continuing to work His plan through history and through the church. So God is a planner. Noah was a planner. David was a planner. Joseph was a planner. Moses was a planner. Solomon was a planner. Nehemiah was a planner. And so God is a God who makes plans. And so He has revealed to us His will in the Bible. His will for our life, and His will for the church, His will for mankind. And so we discover what God's purposes are and what God's will is, and then we make our plans accordingly. There are 3 simple stages. For me, anyway, it makes it very simple in strategic planning. The first is, what is your goal? Let's talk about annual goals, annual strategic planning. We're not talking about long-range strategic planning right now, but we're talking about annual strategic planning. You start with your goal. You don't start with the budget. You don't start with the finances. Most people I've talked to, they give me a budget and they say, this is what we want to do next year. No, we don't start with the budget. You start with your goal. What do you want to achieve by December 31st, the following year? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to see come to pass as a result of your efforts and your finances? And so you start with the goals. And if you're a pastor and if you're a church leader, you start with the goals of every ministry. You start with the children's ministry goals, youth ministry goals, discipleship class ministry goals, music ministry goals, building goals, financial goals, and you start to think through every ministry that you have in your church, and you set your goals. What is the fruit that you want to see by the end of next year? And then the next step is the activity plan. What do you have to do to achieve your goals? Your goals, by the way, become your compass. Your compass is what guides you on where to spend money, where not to spend money, what to engage in, what not to engage in. So if you don't have goals, you could go anywhere. Any road is okay if you don't have any goals. But if you have goals, your goals become your compass to help you make wise decisions and wise financial decisions. And so you start with your goals, and then you ask yourself, what do I have to do to achieve these goals in the children's ministry, in the youth ministry, in the discipleship ministry, in the worship ministry, in all the different categories that you have, possibly a dozen categories. And you have to spend time. You have to spend time thinking about this. You have to spend time praying about it, and you have to spend time evaluating where you're at. And so you think through, what are the things, the activities, the meetings, the trainings, the different supplies that you need in order to bring you to meet your goals in each of these ministries by the end of the following year. And then you think about budget. So the next question is, according to all these activities that are going to lead me to accomplish my goals and reach my destination, how much is it going to cost? And so finances is the last question that you ask. And so again, this is just a brief summary to try to help you. You can use this for your life. What do you want to see happen in your life by the end of next year? Or if it's a business, or if you're an organization, or particularly I'm talking to pastors and church leaders, I'm talking to ministry heads, children ministry leader, youth ministry leader. What are the goals you want to see? What are the activities that you need to bring you to your goals, and what are the finances that you need to do those activities? And the next question, of course, is, where's the finances going to come from? Where's the money going to come from? Thank you for listening. You can like this and you can share it with others.